Marvel's latest TV show Echo is one of the most painfully mediocre superhero projects I've ever watched, so here's my spoiler-free thoughts on the best and worst parts of the show. We'll start with some positivity because I do think everything between Maya Lopez and Kingpin is actually really interesting. I really love their entire conflict and dynamic throughout this entire show. Like, Vincent D'Onofrio is just still absolutely amazing in this role. And if the series was just 3 episodes or maybe like a 2-hour long movie only focusing on their relationship, it would have been 1,000 times better. And it is just cool to have Marvel actually make this show and focus so heavily on sign language. They actually use it in a lot of cool moments where like Echo is communicating with someone else in sign language right in front of the enemies and the enemies just can't understand what they're saying. The problems start with basically every other element of the show. Let's start off with the action in this, because the fight scenes were a big focus of the trailer, but pretty much the only somewhat entertaining one is the one of her versus Daredevil. It's like a one-shot fight scene, but even this fight scene is so overly choreographed that it just looks unbelievably fake, but at least they tried to do something different with it. Another negative is basically every character outside of Maya Lopez and Fisk, which is a problem because there's so many different scenes in this series where we're just watching Echo's friends and families without her actually in them, and every time I saw those scenes, it felt like I was watching like a B movie or something on the Lifetime channel. And we have people out here dubbing this as Marvel's first truly prestige TV series. Like, I'm sorry, this is only a prestige TV show if you're used to watching like Hallmark Christmas movies. And no surprise, this show also has a very lackluster final episode. Things just come together way too quickly in the end, way too conveniently, and it's just a final that's afraid to have any finality to it. It's just like, oh, we got to keep this open-ended for the rest of the MCU, and I don't want that in a series.